glad to have you with us in the studio. I'm Reese Davis, bringing you the EA Sports NCAA Football 14 pregame show presented by Nissan. Innovation that excites. Virginia's looked almost unbeatable the last few weeks. They're finally playing the way they knew they could before the season started. You know how this game is. You're only as good as your last one. So they're going to have to prove it on the field again today. That does it for us here on the NCAA College Football pregame show. Enjoy the game. We'll see you at the half.
You don't have to be a student at either of these schools to know that they have no respect for each other. This conference rivalry is a heated one. And now it's time for the coin toss, and it's brought to you by Coke Zero. Real Coca-Cola taste, 0 calories. Enjoy everything. And the fans are on their feet awaiting the start of this game as the players line up for the kick. He sends this one deep. And it goes into the end zone, down for a touchback. Now the offense gets ready to take their first crack at it. And down he goes at the 27-yard line.
Gain of 2 yards. That makes it 2nd and 8.
From their own 27-yard line, it's 2nd down.
47, Mike. 47, Mike. Mike, 47.
Come on. Ready!
He's got it out to his tight end, and he's taken down around the 38-yard line.
Here's the true test of a quarterback at any level. Can they make a good throw under pressure when 1 or 2 or 3 guys are coming right at him? I think this young passer has proven that, yes, he can.
Pulls it in, 1st down, and he's knocked out of bounds.
He looked pretty cool back there. Even with the outside linebacker blitzing, he made an accurate throw, and the result is a new set of downs.
From the 42-yard line, 1st down. Here's the halfback, and he's brought down hard behind the line. Loss of 2 by the halfback.
And I'll tell you what, not only was this great penetration, but it was a heck of a hit, too.
Larry. 47, Mike. 47, Mike. Mike, 47.
He gets out to about the 42-yard line.
Call it a gain of 2 yards. 3rd down.
3rd down, 10 yards to go. Ball on the 42-yard line.
Here we go. Blue 88. Blue 88.
Got it, but he's going to lose yards here.
Number 53 brings him down at the 43-yard line. 4th down.
Ross, the return man. And it goes into the end zone, down for a touchback. The Terrapins, in talking with them this week, Kirk, is just interesting, their perspective on this kid, how good he is and how much they can lean on him.
Yeah, you and I had a chance to visit with not only the coaches, but the player himself. And I got a real good vibe walking out of those meetings and thinking that he's going to have a huge game. The coaches seem confident in being able to get him the football in different areas on the field. This kid has a look in his eye that I haven't seen in a long time, where he just wants to have a chance to have an impact on the game and on the outcome. And I'll be shocked if they can slow him down.
Tackle around the 39-yard line.
That's a gain of 8 on the play. That makes it 2nd and 2.
Let's go. Swarm to the ball. Swarm to the ball. Swarm to the ball. Here we go. Heads up. Heads up. Heads up.
Decides to slide.
On the play. Gain of 8 on the play. 1st down.
Oh, get to the ball. Get to the ball. Get to the ball.
Throws complete. He's got room to work. He's taken down at the 41-yard line.
Gain of 12 yards. 1st down.
Hurry, 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 hurry.
And he throws it away. It's 2nd and 10. Ball on the 41. Nice run up the middle.
Gain of 5 on the play. That'll make it 3rd and 5.
And he just gets rid of it. So it's 4th down. They'll line it up for a very long field goal attempt. Maryland is looking to go up by 3. Kicks away, and he got it. Let's check in with Reese Davis in the studio.
The Badgers enter today's game ranked number 12 in the country, and they proved they're really a top 10 team. This was a tight one to the very end. The Badgers win it by 3.
Reese, 3-0 here. Braddock gets set to kick this one away. And he got all of this one. Great kick. This one's going to be down in the end zone for a touchback. The Terrapins are right where they want to be early in this one, partner.
Well, this is what their coach talked about, getting off to a great start. The defense did their job, and it's nice to see the offense move the ball down the field and also get some points on the board.
And while they are behind, they know they can knot things up in a heartbeat. It's way too early to change your game plan. Gets to about the 27-yard line.
That's good for a gain of 2 yards. That makes it 2nd and 8.
From their own 27-yard line, it's 2nd down. Good outside run there. Parks gains about 5 yards on the run.
Call it a gain of 5 yards. That makes it 3rd and 3.
Man left, man left. 3 down. Let's go, let's go. Here we got Mike, number 50. Let's go. Mike, 53.
Under pressure.
There's nothing better for a defense's mindset than to get a 3 and out. I mean, a turnover, of course, is a positive play, and a coach will take that any day of the week. But to know you've stopped the best their offense has to offer for 3 straight plays, that's a confidence builder.
Ross back to return it. Ross takes it to 28, gets to about the 41-yard line. Pretty good job by the return man there. A good job on their last drive, getting 3. Let's see if they can get some more on this drive. Maryland is up a field goal. He's at midfield, gets out to around the 48.
Gain of 11 on the play. That makes it 1st and 10.
Moves up, and the defense has got it.
Loss of 5 on the play. That'll bring up 2nd and 15.
2nd and 15. Ball on the 47. Brown on the inside handoff. He's tackled at the 48-yard line.
Call it a gain of 1 yard. That makes it 3rd and 15.
Screen pass. He's got his halfback. Knocked out of bounds at the 47-yard line. Renfro awaits the snap. Tackle made at the 29. Maryland's defense really came to play early in this football game.
Well, they've done a good job here early, but you know eventually this offense is going to start clicking. Let's see if this defense can sustain this for the rest of the game.
You never like to have to play from behind, but a deficit this manageable shouldn't be in the front of their minds. They just need to go out there and play. Brought down at the 28-yard line.
That is a loss of 1 yard on the play. That'll bring up 2nd and 11.
From their own 28-yard line. 2nd down. They go to the ground game. Runs outside for a nice gain.
On the tackle. Gain of 7 on the play. That'll bring up 3rd and 4.
Three down. Let's go, let's go. Here we got Mike, number 43. Mike, Black 90. Black 90.
They'll make the sack.
Sometimes it's just a relentless pass rush that results in a sack. That's what happened there.
So no luck on that drive as they go 3 and out. Ross will be the return man. And he makes it out to about the 47-yard line. Well, this has really been stingy by both of these defenses. And the question is, can they keep this pace up, though?
I think that's a big challenge for them to be able to continue to play like this. Right now, the emotion of the game is favoring the two defenses, but I get a feeling it's a matter of time until one of these offenses starts clicking.
Maryland is up by 3. Handoff to the right. And they make the stop around the 41-yard line.
That's a gain of 12 on the play. 1st down.
Caught a big hit there to stop him.
Number 26 brings him down at the 39-yard line. That makes it 2nd and 8.
88. I got him.
Brought down after a nice run up the middle.
Call it a gain of 7 yards. That'll bring up 3rd and 2.
And he's tackled at the 31-yard line. The halfback picks up a yard.
That makes it 4th and inches.
It's 4th down, and they're going to try to go for it. Up the middle for a nice gain.
Gain of 7 yards. 1st down.
Hey, hurry up, hurry up. On the ball, let's go, hurry up. Kill. Green 9.
He launches one for the end zone. In the air, it's intercepted. He didn't throw it away under pressure, and it really cost him.
It sure did. He saw that he was going to get hit and just threw one up for grabs. He's got to learn to take the sack.
1st down, 10 to go. Ball on the 20. And he is drilled at the 22.
Gain of 2 on the play. That makes it 2nd and 8.
Man left. Three down. 47 Mike. Let's go. Green 95.
can't get away from the pressure.
A great defensive end in college football just pins his ears back and has, again, that extra instinct to know when to jump the snap count, when to take a chance on third down. And it seems like they almost save their extra pass rush and extra incentive as far as their energy when it really matters on a third down, when they feel like they can beat that offensive tackle and get off the line of scrimmage a little bit quicker. And that's something that I think we've seen him do throughout this game.
Got it. Tackle made at about the 41. Credit those two defenses in that first quarter, or blame the offenses for a lack of production. Maryland leads 3-0. Welcome back here. We resume action now here in the second quarter.
Three down.
Hey, check Mike 47. Check
Let's
Mike
go.
47.
Black 55. Black 55.
Give to the running back, and he's going to lose yardage.
Excellent job by the defense to diagnose the play so quickly. This is really a well-coached unit.
So it's 2nd and 13. Ball on the 44-yard line.
47 Mike. 47 Mike. Mike 47.
Winning. Let Hives deny and feel it.
He scrambled. And he's going to come up with a sack.
Absolutely perfect call by the defensive coordinator. He brought just the right amount of pressure from the right direction, and it seemed to confuse the offense.
And they'll look to convert here on another third down.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike 53.
That could have been a huge shift in momentum if they were able to hold on to that one. Wow, that was close.
That'll make it 4th and 14.
They look like they've got the block on, and this offensive line's got to give him some time. This punt bounces into the end zone, and this will be a touchback. The quarterback comes back on the field, and I'm sure he's hoping to make up for that interception on the last drive.
So much in football is about how you respond to adversity. Moving forward after a turnover is a perfect example of that.
Fires it quickly, and it's the senior. Touchdown! Huge play.
This guy just continues to impress me. Every time I watch this team play, he seems to come up with big plays. Boy, that had to be a miscue of some kind or a mental error by the defense. This wide receiver was just too open for there not to be some kind of mistake by the defense. I'm sure the defensive coordinator is going to want to get his defense on the sideline and to make sure everybody's on the same page.
And he converts the extra point. Braddock is lined up to kick this one off.
Number 87 ready to return.
He's to the 20. He's tackled at the 23-yard line.
Pickoff returns 22 yards.
It was a pretty one-sided first quarter, but I wouldn't be surprised if things changed in a big way before halftime. Caught, open field. They'll bring him down at the 26.
That's good for a gain of 3 yards. That'll make it 2nd and 7.
From their own 26-yard line. Second down.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53.
He's got it with room to run. He steps out at about the 39-yard line.
That'll move the chains for another Virginia. First down.
A yard, maybe 2 on the carry.
Gain of 2 yards. That makes it 2nd and 8.
2nd and 8. Ball on the 41.
47, Mike. 47, Mike. Mike, 47.
Got his receiver. Dropped it. Incomplete.
Number 17, the intended receiver on the play. 3rd down.
There's a strike complete. He gets hit out of bounds at the 46.
That's a gain of 5 on the play. 4th down.
Ross is back deep to return the punt. And this one is a beauty. Little too much leg into that punt. They'll bring it out to the 20. This offense did really well with the air attack on their last trip out there. Let's see if they can do the same thing here.
I love to watch a quarterback when he can really get into sync with his wide receivers. These guys have worked all week on their preparation to attack this defense, and right now it's really paying off.
And down he goes around the 42-yard line.
Well, you give up too many passes like that, and the game will be done before you know it. They cannot let these receivers get behind them.
There's a little bit of happy feet down there on the field. Let's get the call.
False start, offense.
Little stumbles like these can kill your offensive progress.
Still 1st down.
1st and 15 now after the penalty. And he's taken down around the 38-yard line. Nice pickup as they connect on the pass play.
Well, they look to be in sync right now. They're both reading the defense properly, and the result is a nice gain.
Takes it up the middle for a nice run.
That's good for a gain of 7 yards. 1st down.
Get up, get up, get up. Here we go, here we go.
He gets out to about the 21-yard line.
That's a gain of 10 on the play. 1st down.
Gets it out quickly. He's brought down in the open field.
Harris with the tackle at the 16-yard line. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Hey, kill!
Big play, and it's 1st and goal.
That's a gain of 8 on the play. That makes it 1st and goal.
Fires it out. Tackle around the 3-yard line.
Call it a gain of 5 yards. That brings up 2nd and goal.
This is the 8th play of this drive. Touchdown, Maryland! The halfback just plowed his way into the end zone.
Yeah, but it wasn't all him. The offensive lineman just pancaked the defense on that one.
He splits the uprights with the extra point. They line up to kick this one away. He sends this one deep. He's to the 20. Across the 30. And what a play by the kicker to take him down.
Kickoff returned 36 yards.
Things are on the verge of getting out of hand before we even hit the half. These next few drives are going to go a long way in determining what kind of game this will end up being. Caught, and he's hit immediately.
Number 19 makes the tackle at the 39-yard line.
2nd down and 7 coming up here. Ball on the 39-yard line.
47, Mike. Mike, 47.
Fires quickly to the tight end. He's taken down right around the 48-yard line. The Terrapins saw one of their key guys go down earlier, but it looks like he might be able to get back in the action. And he's level at the 50.
That's good for a gain of 2 yards. That brings up 2nd and 9.
2nd down and 9 to go. Ball on the 50.
Let's go! 3 number 5!
Number 17 was the intended receiver on the play. That'll make it 3rd and 9.
Tight right!
He fights forward to about the 49.
That's good for a gain of 1 yard. That makes it 4th and 8.
The punter's going to try to pin him deep in their own territory with a good punt here. Gets it away. Wait a minute, he's going to throw. And it's incomplete. Unable to convert on 4th down, and the ball changes hands.
The last time we saw this offense on the field, they drove the length of the field. And you think back to what that defensive coordinator tried to do. He tried to change some things up, but nothing seemed to work. It's going to be interesting to see how he can have an impact on this drive.
Gain of 6 yards. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Runs it right. Nice pickup.
Gain of 7 on the play. That makes it 1st and 10.
Here we go. Let's go. Quick. Yeah. Green now.
Makes it out to about the 29.
That's a gain of 9 on the play. That brings up 2nd and 1.
I got one! Here we go, D, get off the field.
Kill. Green 15.
Tackled after decent pickup.
On the tackle. That's good for a gain of 4 yards. 1st down.
Hey, kill.
Nice run there.
88 on the tackle. Gain of 5 yards. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Tight end left.
You better be afraid of me. You better
Yes.
Out to the tailback, and he dropped it.
It's always good to get your backs involved in the passing game, but you never want to put him in a situation like that. Maybe he should have just thrown the ball away.
3rd and 5 coming up. Ball on the 20-yard line. Throws complete. He's got space to work. The defense didn't stop the pass, but they stopped him short of the sticks.
And that's the important thing here. Allow him to make the catch, but make sure you tackle him before he gets to the 1st down marker.
So it's 4th down, and the offense is still on the field.
Dog 4. Green 9. Hit.
Brought down around the 13-yard line.
Great job here converting and keeping this defense on the field. They're getting very tired.
Man left.
From the 13-yard line.
They don't want it.
1st down.
45. Key in.
That's a great tackle at the 4-yard line. Maryland's going to have to use their 2nd time out of the half. This is the 10th play of this drive. Touchdown, Terps. The quarterback just made that one look pretty simple.
Well, this quarterback isn't your average player. He runs the option very well and gives this defense fits.
And he hits the PAT. Reese Davis joins us in the studio with this update. Reese?
The Hokies were ranked number 13. They took care of business, and they should hold their spot next week. And for Virginia Tech, their winning streak is at a half dozen. Virginia Tech gets the W, 20-13.
All right, thanks, Reese. Maryland to kick this one off. He really got a hold of that kick. He's to the 20. Brought down at the 25-yard line. It's still only the second quarter. We've got a lot of football left, but I got to say, this one is teetering on the brink of a blowout.
It's a bad play overall by the offense. The quarterback's doing everything he can to be able to make the play work and try to execute. The problem is the offensive line did not do a good job protecting him. They're very fortunate that ball wasn't intercepted.
Complete and pushed out of bounds behind the line.
Call it a loss of 1 yard on the play. That makes it 3rd and 11.
It's 3rd and 11. Ball on the 24.
3 down. Let's go, let's go. Ready! Check. Regular.
He sails it long. Got a man, watch out here. To the 20, the 10. Touchdown, Cavaliers. Nicely designed play to the wide receiver, and it got him 6.
You said it, Brad, and a good time to call it. I tip my hat to the offensive coordinator. That's a great touchdown, Brad, but what happened to the coverage there by the defense? The defensive coordinator's got to be beside himself. You know, you work all week long on studying an offense and their tendencies, and then to have a mental error and to leave the star receiver open like that for a touchdown, well, they've got to regroup.
And he's in for 2. The kicker looks like he's ready to kick this one off. Nice kick, plenty of distance. He's to the 20. He makes it out to maybe the 20-yard line. The Terrapins are just cruising through this first half, Herbie. Really a comfortable lead here.
Yep, but still a lot of football left to be played. They got to remember that's a 4-quarter game, and even though that first half went pretty well, things can change in a hurry.
And offense is back on the field after running the ball very well on their last drive.
This offensive line really opened up some big gaps for the running back last time.
Screen pass. He's got his halfback, and he hits him hard at the 24.
Harris brings him down at the 24-yard line. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Easy. Flare. 20.
Quick pass. Good open field tackle.
Makes the reception.
Kill.
That's good for a gain of 9 yards.
Check 37.
First down.
Go forward.
Throws it. We're halfway through, and it's been a good one. The Terrapins with a 16-point lead.
Hi, everybody. Glad to have you with us on the EA Sports NCAA Football 14 halftime show presented by Nissan. Innovation that excites. David Pollack here in the studio as always. to lend a little perspective to what just went down in the first 30 minutes. Welcome to the aerial circus. Both teams averaging at least 10 yards per pass.
I'm not real good at math. I've been hitting the head a lot, but that's a first down and pass, right?
Yes, you're doing fine. A for basic math so far. But an F for these defensive backs. Now look, everybody wants to be the smooth athlete, the ball-hawking guy. But sometimes you have to go up and knock a guy off his route. Now, I'm not seeing much of that. Am I seeing it wrong?
No, it seems like 7-on-7. It's a passing clinic, and there is a lot to defensive backs and messing up the timing and getting your hands on receivers. And I know there's rules that limit that after 5 yards, but sometimes you just got to do something a little bit different. How about put some fear in a guy, too? He's going to go over the middle. He's going to make a big catch. How about you rock him? You know, you use that hit stick and truck somebody. Make them think twice about it again, or maybe they'll fumble it. And you know, that's what's important about playing defensive back is being physical and having receivers know that they're going to be in for a fight all day. And right now, it just seems like guys getting free release, getting open, making big plays, and looks like 7-on-7.
Just about time to start the second half. What do you think Herbstreit's first point of analysis will be?
I don't know, something to do with quarterback play, I'm sure. We always got to hear that stuff all the time. It's all about the quarterbacks.
Brad and Kirk ready for the second half.
Welcome back, everybody. Second half action about to begin. Excellent kick. He's to the 20, at the 30. Tackle at the 39-yard line. Not sure what the flag is about here. Let's go down to the field and find out.
Clipping. Receiving team.
That one will put the offense in a hole, and they'll try to get some of that back on this upcoming play. We're about set to start things up again. And they make the stop around the 24-yard line.
A gain of 13 yards. That makes it 1st and 10.
Hustle up, D. Watch the pass.
They'll bring him down at about the 27-yard line. A couple, maybe 3 yards on that run.
Make it 2nd and 7.
Easy. Flare.
Slings it. Tackle made at about the 39-yard line.
12 on the play.
Hey,
1st down.
hurry up. On the ball, let's go, hurry up.
Over the middle to his tailback. They'll bring him down for a loss on the play.
That makes it 2nd and 10.
I got you.
On the pitch, look out, loose ball. The defense has it. That time the option play is the cause of the fumble.
The offense put the ball on the ground, but give the defense credit for jumping all over it.
There's got to be some sense of urgency to this offense right now. They don't have the luxury of wasting drives if they want to get back in the game.
Keep 15.
He wants it all. Incomplete.
Fred, look at the defensive coordinator down on the sideline. He's wiping his brow down there. They just caught a big break that time because the quarterback just overthrew the ball.
From the 38-yard line, 2nd down.
Hey, we got Mike.
Throws complete, and he stopped immediately.
That's a gain of 6 on the play. That'll bring up 3rd and 4.
Slings it out, and it gets tipped.
You know, that actually might have been a break for the offense. Sometimes tip passes can linger in the air and get picked off.
They're going to try a long field goal here. It's up, and he missed it left. No good. The offense couldn't hang on to the ball last time around. Let's see what happens here.
The first rule on offense is to take care of the football. These guys need to remember that on this drive.
Here they go on the draw, and they'll lose yards.
That is a loss of 1 yard on the play. That makes it 2nd and 10.
Caught out in the open. And he's shoved out of bounds at the 42.
Gain of 11 yards. First down.
And they get nice yardage on that run.
That's good for a gain of 7 yards. That'll bring up 2nd and 3.
I got you, 88. I got you.
I smell fear in that offense.
Today, 9, green, 9. Go! Run!
Tackle after a decent run up the gut.
Call it a gain of 4 yards.
No chance.
That makes it 1st and 10.
Here we go. Tight right. Watch the run. Here we go. Watch 7.
Kill.
Orange 3. Motion. Check motion.
They try him again, and this time they've got him in the backfield.
No gain on the play. That makes it 2nd and 10.
Get up to the line.
Throws it in a hurry, and he's tackled at the 45.
Gain of 2 on the play. 3rd down.
3rd down now, and they need to get it down to the 37. They bring the quarterback down. Great penetration to get in there and sack the quarterback.
This lineman can overpower anybody on the offensive line. He's the kind of player you have to redesign your blocking schemes around.
And watch out, they're going to bring the heat right here. He's tackled at the 21.
Returns the punt.
There's got to be some sense of urgency to this offense right now. They don't have the luxury of wasting drives if they want to get back in the game. Quick out to his receiver. Tackle at the 32-yard line. It's 1st and 10. Ball on the 32-yard line. He's wrapped up for the sack.
That's a loss of 8 yards. That'll make it 2nd and long.
He steps out at the 34-yard line. Nice pickup as they connect on the pass play.
But they look to be in sync right now. They're both reading the defense properly, and the result is a nice gain.
3rd down, 8 yards to go. Ball on the 34. Caught him, but they're going to lose yards. He was tackled immediately.
Loss of 3 yards on the play. That brings up 4th and 11.
Ross, the return man. Calls for the fair catch.
Fair catch made at the 28-yard line.
The offense takes the field again. They were forced to punt their last time out. So an empty backfield with 5 wide receivers. He gets out to about the 28-yard line.
No gain. That makes it 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Yellow, green. Here we go. Check yellow, green. Check the calls.
And he's tackled after positive yardage.
That's a gain of 4 on the play. That'll bring up 3rd and 6.
Let's go. Fly to the ball. Let's hustle up.
Hey, kill. Green,
Throws to the tight end, and that falls incomplete.
Gallo was the intended receiver on the play. That'll make it 4th and 6.
Renfro to punt. And he's taken down at the 43. Their last drive ended in a punt, so this quarterback's going to be looking for something better on this drive.
Down 2 possessions. This offense has to step up to capitalize on this possession.
He makes it out to maybe the 46-yard line.
That's good for a gain of 3 yards. That'll make it 2nd and 7.
2nd down and 7 coming up here. Ball on the 46.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53.
Ready.
Mike 53.
Black and 5.
Throws incomplete, intended for his wideouts.
Number 17, the intended receiver on the play. That makes it 3rd and 7.
Three down. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike
55.
Watch the slant.
And he throws it away. Well, the defense stood tall there.
Boy, the defense did what they had to do to get 3 and out and now get the offense back on the field.
Ross awaiting the return. And here's the... Wait a minute, the upback's got him. Tackle made at the 44. The offense couldn't convert, and that's going to cost them the possession. Well, you know the offense would like to generate more than they did on their last possession. Makes the catch, and look out. He's taken down around the 35-yard line.
Gain of 9 yards. That makes it 2nd and 2.
Complete. He's got room. Brought down at the 27.
With the reception. Gain of 8 on the play. 1st down.
On the ball. Go.
Just throws this one away. So it's 2nd and 10. Ball on the 27.
Here we go.
Throws a bullet.
You know, when you feel pressure like that, the worst thing you want to do is just to throw the ball into coverage. He got away with one right there. He's very fortunate. Next time, he should just throw it away out of bounds.
He's looking for 6.
The pass falls incomplete. Number 82 was the intended receiver on the play. That'll make it.
They'll call on the field goal unit here for this long field goal attempt. He gets it up, and it's long enough. No good. He hooked it right. The defense forced a turnover on downs on the last drive.
Hey, Brad, remember the last time this offense came out of the field? Of course, they went for it on 4th down. Sometimes it drives me crazy when we call all of these games, and these guys out here go for it all the time on 4th down. Here's a message. If it's longer than 4th and 5, just consider a field goal or a punt.
From their own 33-yard line. 2nd down. On the throw, incomplete pass. Well, he tried to thread the needle with that pass.
Well, here the quarterback makes a poor decision throwing into coverage. Needs to look at his progression and find the 2nd and 3rd receiver.
Three down. keep 15. Keep 15. 47 Mike. 47 Mike.
Throws complete. He's got room to work. He's out of bounds at the 37-yard line.
Hey, it's a first down for this offense that keeps everybody enthusiastic. You can see the momentum that this offense is gaining. The coaches and the players on the sideline are fired up, and hey, it's a new set of downs.
And he's taken down around the 50-yard line.
Hill makes the tackle at the 50-yard line.
From midfield, it's first down. He's tackled around the 40-yard line. And he carries the ball for a nice gain.
That's good for a gain of 5 yards. That brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 35-yard line, it's second down.
3 down. 47 Mike. 47 Mike. Mike 47. Hot 59 Philly.
Brought down after a nice run up the middle.
That's good for a gain of 4 yards. That'll make it 3rd and 1.
And this play is number 8 on the drive.
3 down.
49, check 49, check 49. Hey, check 49.
And down he goes at the 34.
That's a loss of 3 yards on the play. That makes it 4th and 4.
That's 3 down and 1 to go. Maryland's got a 16-point lead. All right, we're just about set to start action here again in the 4th quarter.
Reset, cut right.
47 Mike. 47 Mike. Mike 47 Mike. Got one. 59 Philly.
He's hit and taken down.
That was a clutch play on 4th down, but they are still down a couple of scores, and it's going to take some work for this team to get back into this game.
From the 26-yard line, first down. He gets out to about the 25-yard line.
That's good for a gain of 1 yard. That makes it 2nd and 8.
It's the 11th play of the drive.
Roger. 47 Mike. 47 Mike. Mike 47. Watch the pass. 59 Philly. 59 Philly.
And it's the senior. And they make the stop around the 14-yard line.
Gain of 11 on the play. First down.
From the 14-yard line, first down. Decent run here, right side.
Gain of 4 on the play. That makes it 2nd and 6.
And this is the 13th play of this drive.
47 Mike. 47 Mike. Mike 47. Let's go.
He lost the ball, scoops up the loose ball, and they'll bring him down behind the line. It's 3rd and 8. Ball on the 12.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Let's go. Here we got Mike, number 3.
He's got it. Touchdown. And they're looking to get 2 points here. And they won't get the 2. A 14-play, 73-yard drive, but the failed 2-point conversion keeps it a 6-point score.
Brad, I thought that was a textbook drive. I thought they did a really good job of showing balance, mixing the play calling with the run and the pass. Just an overall well-executed drive.
Brought down at the 22. Virginia's usually a very stout team on defense, but they're not living up to the clippings in this one, Herbert.
Where's the swagger? Where's the attitude? Where's the emotion that we're used to seeing from these guys? Right now, they're back on their heels, almost looking confused.
Both teams are well aware that a score on this drive is going to create an almost insurmountable lead. This defense has really got to step it up and make a stop. Makes the catch, and the defense is all over him. They bring him down for a loss.
Second and 12.
From their own 21-yard line, it's second down. Takes it up the middle for a nice run.
Call it a gain of 7 yards. Third down.
They'll bring him down at the 46-yard line.
This passing game can be very effective if you don't get enough pressure on the quarterback. They use their personnel well and can be very tough to defend.
Tackle made around the 42-yard line. A nice-looking play that time.
Well, the defense was blitzing here, and again, great recognition by the quarterback to find the hot receiver.
And off up the middle, and he's stuffed.
That'll bring up second and 11.
They'll get him for a loss.
Behind the line. Loss of 1 on the play. That makes it third and 11.
Get to the ball, get to the ball, get to the ball.
Here comes the pressure.
But I love the toughness here by this quarterback, sitting in until the last second, trying to make a play downfield, only to have this defense get to him. He's got to do a better job maybe feeling things out a little bit, but at least he has the awareness and a toughness to sit in that pocket.
This one will go into the end zone, and they'll bring it out to the 20. We're about set to start things up again. Here's a run up the gut, but nothing going there.
No gain on the play. That makes it second and 10.
Second down, 10 to go. Ball on the 20.
Hey, check Mike 47. Check Mike 47.
Ready! Green 45! Green 45!
Throws complete, and he's hit right away.
Number 53 on the tackle at the 25-yard line. That'll make it 35.
Tight end right. Tight end right. Two down. Let's go, let's go.
Green 19! Green 19!
Tosses out to the tailback on the screen. He gets hit out of bounds around the 28-yard line.
That's a gain of 3 on the play. That'll make it 4th and 2.
Not over here!
They've got 10 guys up. They're coming after the kick. Tackle at the 43-yard line.
Returns for a gain of 11 yards.
It's going to be interesting to see how the action shakes out in this series. He fights forward to about the 46.
That'll make it 2nd and 7.
The ball.
And now he's got room to run. He's at the 40. He's at the 30, to the 20, to the 10. Touchdown. Big play. Oh, my, what a run that was.
Oh, I'll tell you what, this kid is incredible. He's got the moves, the speed, the power. He's the total package.
He splits the uprights with the extra point. Maryland to kick. Sends it sailing downfield. He's to the 20. Makes it to the 22-yard line. You know, they'd like to do something a little more than they did on their last drive when they had to punt the ball away. He's under some heat. He fires left side. Incomplete. Almost picked off.
Well, the offense catches a break here. That ball should have been intercepted there by the safety, so the quarterback gets the ball back here for this next down.
From their own 22-yard line. Second down. And he tackles him hard at the 29.
Number 22 with the tackle at the 29-yard line. That makes it 3rd and 3.
Fires to his tight end. Nothing to it.
Swanson was the intended receiver on the play. That brings
So
up
they're going to go for it here.
3 down.
Hey, check Mike 47. Check Mike 47.
Ready!
Gets out to around the 38.
Carries the ball. Ball to gain of 9 yards. First down.
Less than 3 minutes in the game. He airs it out. On the reception, look out. Nobody there. Tackle at about the 13.
Boy, where has this been? You know, that's great to see this offense make a big play, but boy, you look at a little over 2 minutes to go in this game, and they're down big. Would have loved to have seen that earlier in the game.
Looks like he flinched down there on the line.
False start, offense.
You got to be careful to avoid these. Penalties are a great way to stall out a drive.
So the penalty makes it 1st and 15.
Check.
Mike 35, Mike 35.
Here we go. Flag 68. Flag 68.
Completes it, but he can't shake the defense.
Good work here by the defense to keep him from making something more out of that play.
15-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and 11.
Roger. Let's go. Here we got Mike number 53. Mike 53. Oh, yeah.
And it's caught, and he's brought down quickly.
Gain of 7 yards. That'll bring up 3rd and 4.
So it's 3rd down now, and they're going to need about 4.
Larry. 47 Mike. Mike 47. Ready. Green 19. Green 19.
Slings it out there, incomplete.
Number 14 was the intended receiver on the play. That makes it 4th and 4.
35's the Mike.
Trying to throw a little screen, and it's picked off.
He telegraphed that throw. He eyed his receiver the whole way. That was an easy read by the defense.
First and 10. Ball on the 9. Just under 2 to go in the game. And he's tackled at the 10.
That's a gain of 1 on the play. That brings up 2nd and 9.
Here we go. Watch 7. Watch 7. Watch 7. Here we go. Here we go.
Black 5. Black 5.
He's on the run. Runs it right. Nice pickup. Rhodes gets 6 yards after taking it himself on the option.
3rd down.
They need about 3 yards to get the first down here on 3rd down.
Tight, double tight. I got you. I got you. 45. 45.
Green 9. Green 9. The next one.
Nice run, and he's brought down.
Call it a gain of 5 yards. 1st down.
And so that's going to do it. Our final score in this one, 31-14, Maryland. So what are your final thoughts on this one, Kurt?
Maryland comes away with bragging rights this year, and I'm sure the fans and students will enjoy it just as much as the players. They were the better team today and added another great chapter to this rivalry.
Thanks for joining us for another game of NCAA Football 14. For Kurt and everyone here at EA Sports, Brad Nussler saying goodbye, and we'll see you next time.